Hello everybody, SirEx here with a nice 1v1 Total War Warhammer online battle. Playing as Greenskins against my opponent who's playing as the Empire. So what are we bringing? We're bringing a nice diverse line of troops. Bringing a lovely regular orc warboss on a wyvern. Bringing some black orcs, some regular orc boys, more black orcs, some big uns. Some nasty skulkers, some goblin archers, some of these rusty arrows, a spider queen, got some boar boy big guns. Nice mix of units. And my opponent, who is over here, he also brought a nice mix of troops. He brought some Reiksguard, he brought some Outriders, he has the General of the Empire on a Pegasus, some regular spearmen without shields, some free company militia. You don't see these guys that often, but I found they're pretty decent nowadays, especially against the vampire counts, because they can take down summons, which is nice. Some crossbows, some regular swords, a cannon, some more regular guns, more spears and guns, cannons, regular swordsmen, more free company militia. Yeah, so we both have pretty interesting armies, and of course he has a light wizard. So let's get started. So initially, I'm trying to go straight forwards into him and just charge him, because I'm the orc, so that's what you do. So I decide better that soon, because I do not want to get killed by this lovely you. And I try to move my general forwards to get a flank on him, but then I see these Outriders come out. And these guys are freeze guns. And I have my big bosses on spiders, of course. So he starts going for my general and pulls back, and all the while he's shelling my black orcs, which is a great target because these guys are really expensive. So as this happens, I decide, you know what? Let's not go straight into that. Let's sweep around this flank into the forest and then sweep down. So while this is happening, he tries to engage my orc warboss in the air. It's pretty okay taking this fight, I think, because of my archer support nearby. You start to get some nice hits on him. And my warboss, I'm like, oh, he's on a wyvern, he should be pretty fine. But actually, these monstrous creatures that are flying are actually better on the ground AoE versus the quick attacks and the better stats on a Pegasus or a Hellsteed, I guess. So he's moving up his cavalry on this flank and chasing my guys, my stragglers, as I begin my march over here. And as you see, he's getting some really nice damage on these black orcs with those cannons. Like, not having a good day over here. I charge my orc boar boys in to harass him and to kick him out, but he gets nice shots on him. Then he drops a net of Ammontok on, which is really bad. And I get caught. So then I have my archers open fire, but then he smartly decides to pull his Reiksguard through. Use some nice damage into my goblins, which is gonna hurt. Crash! And I try to fly my general in there to hit these guys, and then I unwisely fly into the net. So I try slowing down my nasty skulkers, but he just through my archers. Meanwhile, I'm just preparing my guys for an assault. So over here, everyone's pretty hard. Net, I think it's a second net or something. The archers are still okay, the rusty arrows. I start bringing my Ragnarok over to reinforce these nasty skulkers I brought over, and then he brings his free company militia to get some free shots on me. He gets another brutal charge against my... And these guys are having a field day. Too often, because usually the Blazing Sun's a better option. It's nice to see them. So I start using my remaining archers to open fire on him, try to chase him off. He does spearman reinforcements for just these kind of occasions. My war boys are gone. In that confusion, he managed to attack my general while he was stunned. Or he's starting to use his cannons on my general and my Ragnarok, which is pretty bad. I summoned some spiders to tie down his troops. I'm trying to get these free company. Doing pretty well. I finally realized these guys were ready, so I start pushing forward because I'm losing so much over here. I really need to take out this flank. So got my Ragnarok getting shelled. These generals go chase off my war boss, and I'm not going to be able to come back. These war boys kind of come back with 8 guys left, not doing too well. I send my big bosses to harass these guys, and they get caught, but I'm not too sad taking this fight. They're pretty sturdy. My Ragnarok Queen is taking some big hits, and while I'm moving up here, I start to get shot up, and he moves his spearmen and swords to fine. Smart. Yeah, it's a nice mix of the goblins and the black orcs. You can see the size difference; it's pretty incredible. This is happening. I'm trying to pull out my guys over here, try to salvage them. I leave these 2 guys in because they're not too expensive, and I summon some more spiders. These militia. So I finally engage here, and then he drops another hit, hitting a war boy, a black orc, and a orc boy, which has some experience on it. But meanwhile, I'm just wrapping up over here, getting into the squishy archers ranged, which is layers, which is really small. And you're just committing more troops to finish off these spiders, which is a diversion, so I'm not. So I realize, okay, my expensive units are getting really damaged. My archers and my Ragnarok need to really support this. So I begin moving them up. Again, you see it's working kind of nicely. His ranged and other units are over here, uphill. And behind this, starts moving in some gunners. I start pouring my archer fire into them, getting some nice kills. Goblin arrows don't do much damage. They have a 90 usually compared to a unit, and when you stack them up, it's pretty cost effective. So I'm sweeping up here pretty nicely. I decided to charge forward, summon some more spiders into these gunners. Go over here, have some nasty skulkers try to chase him down. He's still getting some nice shots with his cannon, which somehow has an angle. Moving this flank up. Ragnarok finally wants to get some action. So that's that 1 kill got from the archers on his back. Because I'm getting hit pretty badly. This melee should go in my favor. Got the black orcs in there. And no real units. So these guys went a little bit too far chasing, and they're going to get shot up. And this is interesting. He tries to charge a depleted unit of Reichsguard into my archers. I immediately panic and start shooting them rapidly as fast as I can. And just before they get in, they break. Apart. So it's really nice how they broke just then. Forgot about these guys. But yeah, these rusty arrows are super important for that because their armor. It's not great. So over here, pushing forwards, gets another net on me, which basically halts this flank. As I mean, middle now. The battle separating into this way is doing okay. My left flank got wrecked because these nasty skulkers weren't winning and their ability couldn't proc. So, putting up his right flank, you know. He tries going for another charge with the Outriders, which I panic again and immediately fire. Guys are decent missile cavalry, they're piercing, but they're not built for this kind of shit. Break again just before they reach my guys. What luck. He pushes forward behind me, but he loses track of them. My army over here is kind of depleted, but pretty well. Ragnarok is still taking a lot of damage from the cannons, which I can't silence. And at this point, my goblin big bosses over here got destroyed. I'm finishing these guys off. So I only have 1 leadership left, which is a little scary. So I send my black orcs back to deal with them, but I realize he doesn't see them, so I'm gonna go after these 3 company archers. Melee. Range, that's the word. He's flying his general away. Still alive. His cannon wants to get some more shots off. Can you do it? A little scary sight. He does get a couple shots off. But that's not enough. Oh no, it is actually. He actually routs their Ragnarok. Just in time. But the orc is right behind him. The big guns are going to make him pay for that dearly. So over here, my archer corps starts attacking these. I think these are a separate unit. He gets some nice kills on them. In the meantime, he's pulling back pretty intelligently. Although his just general line couldn't deal with me and he lost track of these guys. So they're finally coming back. I'm crushing his range units with my crappy orc boys and big guns, and they're getting some really high numbers of kills. He really should be pulling back better, but it's a little bit too late for that. His main line is getting destroyed. He has almost no mainline infantry except for these two weak guys, which I begin shooting at this unshielded spearman with my archers. He gets some lovely kills. Beautiful. I really like the animation of these arrows. I think the arrows are a little bit too much. I tried to throw these guys to halt the charge, guys, and I see they're going against them, so I pull out a little bit, which does stop one of them, but not both of them. So a little iffy. In the meantime, these orc boys got a little far chasing, so they're gonna get shot up. But he finally gets into me, so I begin to pull my whole army here because I do not want to lose these archers, even though they're kind of almost out of ammo. You get a nice round these swordsmen because they're so isolated. I'm pretty happy over here, but the battle's still anyone's game. Nice charge with the cav. So he's regrouping his soldiers here. He isolated these big guns, which got a lot of kills, but he finally gets some rout on them. So the battle's pretty fragmented at this point. It says I'm favored, but I'm really nervous because I have only one leadership, and he has the range advantage on me right now, except for my archers, which are almost out of ammo and pretty depleted. So pew pew. The armor piercing is pretty nice, but they just don't have enough ammo, and they use some here. It's a good effect. But again, I lost my general, and the Greenskins without their generals. Pretty scary situation. So all these guys can round at a moment's notice except for the Black Orcs, which I thankfully have a lot of over here. These Black Orcs got pretty depleted because these are the ones that got wrecked with cannonballs. So at this point, I'm trying to form up, and I'm like, okay, doing pretty well. Your Our Queen ran away, so you don't see her lovely corpse. You can see how the battle started with me getting shot up. Got some kills over here. Then the main engagement happened on a tilt, which is pretty interesting. So we're both trying to regroup our forces. I'm feeling pretty confident here, but the battle's not over. He still has these archers, which are pretty scary. A lot of my guys are starting around. Pretty bad for me. And these guys are unshielded, and they're getting shot in the back, so they're having a bad day. So he doesn't have too many left. He has a lot of ammo on them, so I'm pretty scared. Yeah. These guys may have 70 armor, but 50 armor, I guess. And then to my horror, he gets off another net, and he isolates my only leadership left. So at this point, I'm having a heart attack saying, oh crap, oh crap. So I immediately begin to regroup the rest of my forces that can move against him. He wants to shoot up my guys, but he has almost no ammo left, so that's pretty good. So at this point, I'm terrified I'm about to lose my big boss. But I'm happy to take the free shots of the Empire General, who's already used his potion. He goes up in the air to go for another charge, but he misses. I get a nice slow off on him. And then my big boss is wavering. At this point, I'm freaking out because if this guy does rout, my leadership is in a lot of trouble. However, at this point, I'm like, maybe I can turn this around and kill his general, but my nasty skulkers then rout, and he starts to circling me and getting some really nice hits on me. At this point, I'm just trying to bunch up because I see that cav charge coming. So the only guys with some mass are my Black Orcs. So I throw my out of ammo guys to stop this charge. Try to hold them off, which appear to be more archers. With friendly archer support and the overwhelming odds over here, we're gonna win. But then he charges in his cavalry against my rusty arrows and archers. Good target. And he gets a nice pull-out, which is nice. So he's going to commit this light wizard against my big boss. So at this point, I have no leadership left. terrifying as the Greenskins. He does a nice charge against my archers as his general. The only archers that have ammo left, and routs them. I have to rout them, I think. So I'm trying to group up my guys. His guys are sort of routing. Or exhausted, because he just doesn't have troops left. He committed all of his guys over here to hold me back, which didn't really work. And he didn't really layer his fire. He just put them in a line and let me charge forward. Well, he tried to, but I guess I pulled for him. So at this point, all my guys are freaking out about leadership. He's going to devote his light lizard over here to try to get this guy out, who has 2 health left. And yeah, I actually forgot to put him on a horse, or a spider. So he's having a bad day. You don't really see them that often. How spread his legs are and like squat he is. It's kind of weird. Having a bad job hitting him. But we're both eagerly looking at this fight, seeing, oh crap, is he going to kill him? Is he going to kill him? Also, these guys are routing off. So he's going to use the rest of his ammo on his crossbows to get some more firing. He's firing at the big guns. It's a good target. Oh, he's firing at the blackworks. The blackworks. He's not going to pull any models down, but he's going to do some damage, which he desperately needs to do. There's just 56 left. These guys are why I'm feeling not too nervous. So he missed it, but he finally got the big boss down. So at this point, I have no leadership left. He has 2, even though they're heavily depleted. So I try to make a little square box thing to hold out. He's super diminished, but I have no leadership. So let's fast forward a little bit as we both regroup. Getting his troops in. Alright, he's going for a nice surround on me. See how it goes. I'm just nervous that I'm feeling pretty confident that the Blackworks will do well, but if he gets a surround and a chain rout on my weaker soldiers, these Blackworks are going to get a morale penalty from everyone else routing around them. So that's pretty bad. Thankfully, he doesn't have any damage spells. Oh wait, does he? Yeah, I guess he does have a damage spell. But I think he used up all his mana. Or Winds of Magic, rather. So 30 seconds left. Battle's slightly in my favor. Completely surrounded. He goes for a charge. Let's see how it goes. His light was his first, the big guns. His general gets a much better charge. So at this point, I'm committing here. I'm desperately trying to pull down his general. Blackworks are on the other side of the engagement, so they can't get that many hits. Wait for it. Cav comes in, I throw off a slow spell, his guys rout, his spearman rout, and I finally pull off the win. Just a nick of time. Great game to my opponent. Really down to the wire. So as you see here, got some really nice kills all around. Archers even did well. The Ragnarok Queen, she got pretty much taken out by the cannons, but she did decently. The Warboss on the Wyvern got routed pretty early on in the battle, which did not help my leadership. And like his regular weak infantry just couldn't hold long enough. And I like the Free Company militia for their flavor, but they just didn't perform well. And I managed to get through to their handgunners. But these guys performed surprisingly well, considering these Outriders. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and take care.